Good day, everyone, and God bless all of you. My name is Dr. Alex British Chinedu Tasie from Ishopo community, which is in Ikwerre local government area of Rivers State of Nigeria, West Africa. And by the grace of God, I am a writer, a musician, a filmmaker, a football coach, a historian, and a multidimensional thinker. I am an equally acknowledged historian and also is simply called a professor of native intelligence. This program is a continuation of the subject matter that deals with the origin of Ikwerre people in the world, where Ikwerre people came from to settle at the place we can find them today. It is about the historical nature and emergence of Ikwerre people in the world. It is also to re-establish, reaffirm, the position that Ikwerre people have taken unanimously concerning their origin in the world. That is what this issue is all about. So what is the new thing that I am going to talk about here? The new thing is that I am going to introduce the heart of this matter, the soul of this matter. It is quite unfortunate that some of my friends, especially from Igbo land, are beginning to hate me, aroused, slighted, angry, dejected, and disappointed at me for saying that Ikwerre people are not Igbo people, for saying that Ikwerre is not connected historically to Igbo land. So for that reason, they see me as someone who hates Igbo people. And I want to say it here publicly that I do not hate Igbo people. And I have no reason to hate Igbo people. My maternal people, my in-laws, my friends, relations, I can't hate them because I am talking history. I can't hate them. The people that are angry with me do that because they have not taken time to objectively look at this issue and to find out the historical trajectory that I am going. They have not taken time to study this matter holistically and know why Ikwerre people have taken the position they have taken as to their origin in the world. So on the face of it, they say that for me to say that Ikwerre is not Igbo, that I hate Igbo people. I don't hate Igbo people, I repeat. The educated Igbo people, since I have been saying all that I have been saying, have not in any way, responded in a manner that is abrasive, rash, harsh, insolent, and bad generally. You know why? Because they are educated people. They are mentally equipped academically with issues of this world. Educated people generally have, the way they approach issues. They often approach issues, reasonably, logically, sensibly, critically, analytically, before coming up with any position or conclusion, and before making, statements about that issue. That is what I get from the Igbo educated people, and I say thank you to all of you for understanding what I say and the way I say it. So, what is the heart of this issue? What is the soul of this issue? The soul of this issue, according to Ikwerre people, after taking an overview of this matter, is that it is not possible and plausible, reasonable and sensible, rational and logical to say that one man and his family can form a society anywhere in the world. That it is not possible that one man and his wife gave birth to all the people that Igbo people are claiming as their brothers and sisters, as their people worldwide. That it is not possible and plausible and reasonable to say that one man and his family gave birth to all the people of Ikwerre, Izi, Izar, Afikpo in Ebonyi State, all the people of Nsukka, Enugu Ezike, Ogun, Nkanu in Enugu State and others there. One man and his wife gave birth to all the people of Onitsha, Awka, Ihiala, Okija, Uli, Nteje, and all the people in that area. The same man and his wife gave birth to all the people of Owerri, Mbaise, Mbano, Idato, Onu, and all the people in Imo State. The same man and his wife gave birth to all the people of Ngwa and people of Old Bende in Abia State and others there. Across the Niger, the same man and his wife gave birth to all the people of Abo, Eka, Ogwashuku, Anyoma, Aniocha, Asaba, and all the people, in that area. Then the riverside, the same man and his wife also gave birth to all the people of Ikwerre, Eche, Oba, Epe, and all the people that Ikwerre people are claiming in River State. The same man and his wife. How possible? How tenable? How realistic is this? That is the background to the opinion that Ikwerre people have formed concerning their origin in the world. Ikwerre people say generally that it is not possible that one man and his family can form a society, especially a one that is as large as Igbo land, Yoruba land, Hausa land, the Fulani people, Ejo land, Ogoni land, even Ikwerre land, Kanuri, the English people, and all that it is not possible. What they say is that for any society to be formed in the world, that there are people that will come from different directions to form that society. And those people that will come from, those directions must have their origins. That is what they are saying. Let us concede and admit that Ikwerre is Igbo. What they are saying is that there was nobody called Igbo as the founder of Igbo land. Someone titled, addressed as the founder of Igbo land called Igbo. No one that founded Yoruba as a single person, that founded Ikwerre as a single person, that founded Hausa land as a single person, that founded Ijo land as a single person, that founded the English land as a single person, that it is not reasonable to agree. People must come from different directions, agree to stay together, to do things in common, and then now form that society. That is what is obtainable anywhere in the world. That is what Ikwerre people are saying. Though they agree unanimously that they are called Ikwerre people, that they are distinct. The language they speak, they call it Ikwerre language. Their names and titles, they call all of them Ikwerre names and titles. They see themselves as a distinct ethnic nationality in Nigeria because they agree that even if people say that they are Igbo people, that they still have their roots. That is it. Let me tell you something. When the white people came to this part of the world to carry out their ethnographic, ethnological, anthropological, historical studies in what we call today Igbo land, they looked at the whole people. They looked carefully at the people who make up what we call Igbo land. They examine them characteristically in every respect, and they agree that they are not homogeneous. They are not the same people. They may do things alike, but they are not actually the same people. And they, identify them and sum them up as subgroups in Igbo land. They also identify their areas, looking at them culturally as subdivisions, of Igbo land. And a subgroup will always have a subculture, subset of culture, slightly different from the major group. A subgroup is a small group in a larger group. So they all looked at all the people and summed so many of them as subgroups of Igbo. What that qualitatively means is that there are groups, in Igbo land that came together to form what we call the Igbo nation. People who want to behave alike, maybe because of acculturation, but they are not entirely the same. That is what a subgroup means. It does not mean that you are summing up all as the same, but you are recognizing that there are elements in that group that differ. So the white people looked at the parities and the similarities in the group and summed them as subgroups. They are not the same. And if you look critically, if you observe carefully, in Igbo land, all the people that are called subgroups do not have anything in common with each other. They are not connected to each other. I know that you might have heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he talked about, the origin of the Yoruba nation. He mentioned the Aworis, the Ebes, the Ijebus, and others as people who founded what we call today Yoruba nation. Maybe he is familiar with the stories of the Yoruba society. That is also the case with Igbo. That is the case with Ijo, that somebody is from Kalabari or from Okrika and thinks that he is Ijo, fine. But ask that person to connect his people linearly, coherently to other parts of Ijo, it might not be likely going to be achieved. That is what we are saying. It is not enough to say that you are from a community, in Igbo, that you are Igbo. Yes, what we are talking about here is not about identifying with a tribe. No, it is not about seeing yourself as a member of that particular ethnic group. What we are talking about is the nativity status, the originality class of the individual people in the society, in that settlement. That is what we are talking about. Everybody in a particular given environment may not be the same, may not come from the same roots. Have you not heard some Igbo people who claim that they have their brothers and sisters in Equatorial Guinea? The people there that they are claiming, do they speak Igbo language? Do they bear Igbo names and titles? But you claim them as your people. Have you not heard the Yorubas claiming the Edo people? The Edo people claiming the Yoruba people. Do they speak the same language? Do they bear the same names? No. So what is there is that for any society to be formed anywhere in the world, likely these three things are bound to happen. One is the origin of the founder of that place. The nativity status, the originality, class of the person must have to be identified and also examined and also established. That is what we are talking about. Someone, for example, who is in an existing job space decides to move out because of one reason or the other to discover his own personal, place for habitation, must have his place identified, must have a birthplace, must have an origin. So when that person pulls out and embarks on a journey to achieve his cause, to have a place of his own, for his people to own as his own settlement, first we must establish that he is pulling out from his source and now is migrating to another place. So migration comes. That journey, that movement is what we call migration. So when that person, embarks on that journey, there is this likeliness that that person might, come in contact with other people, other groups. So when he comes in contact with other people, there is also the likeliness that he is going to pick one thing or the other from the people that he's going to meet. If he decides to integrate amongst the people as a lonely traveler or a few of them embarking on such a journey, what is possible to happen is that there might be a loss of name, culture, and language to the major group that he has decided to be with. Even if he decides to continue his journey to found a virgin place to inhabit, still socially, culturally, he is not going to live there, in isolation. Contacts, relations must also be established by way of marriage and all that. So what it means is that when two cultures come in contact, the one that is, minor, small, will fall to the one that is big and major. So the major one, the bigger one, subsumes, overcomes, overwhelms, the smaller one. That is what it means. That is how it happens naturally. Let me give you an example that is standard coming from the scriptures. A man called Abraham was asked by God to leave his original people and go and sojourn with another people. He obeys God and embarks on that journey with Lot. A few of them now, they move out, Now, they get to the place that God has commanded them to go to. Now, Abraham, begins a family. Today, the family of Abraham has transformed into a nation in the world called Israel. And I tell you that the Israelis do not have anything in common anymore with the place their ancestor Abraham pulled out from. The Israelis do not speak the desert languages, the Iraqi languages, of at that time, around the Ur of the Chaldeans or Mesopotamia, today in modern day Iraq. The Israelis do not have anything socially, culturally, religiously with the people of their grandfather Abraham. They have no connection at all. The original people who have what we call today, Egypt, we are the Nubians. The Nubians at some point were disappointed, were defeated by the Ottomans and all that, Later, their conquerors enthroned their language, culture and order. Today, the people of Egypt do not speak the Nubian language anymore. That is it. It is not enough to say, because you are from a community in Igbo, that you are Igbo. It is not enough to say because you are from Nwa, because you are from Soka, you are from Newi, Oka, you are from Owerri, you are from anywhere in Igbo land that you are Igbo. What is pertinent is that you must have to identify where your people came from to be part of that group. It is essential to do that. Find out where you came from, your people, where they came from, to be part of that group. Go home, ask questions, go to the old people, ask them, Papa, Mama, where did our ancestors come from? Or see how you can connect your people to the cradle. If you take a place as the cradle, for an example, see how you can linearly, coherently connect your people to that cradle. See also how you can establish relationship with other people around you who speak the same language as you do, who practice maybe the same cultural things that you also do. So it is not enough that I'm from Owerri, I am Igbo, I am from Soka, I am Igbo. No, Igbo is not the name of a person. There is nobody and there was nobody who was addressed as Igbo. It is not enough. Find out where your people came from. I am giving you a historical task. Find out where your people came from to be part of the settlement that you are talking about. Whether you are a part of the slave element or you are adopted or you are part of the Alemasrim, those people who like a particular place and decide to move into that place and integrate, find out your history. Find out the source of your people before claiming to be part of a particular place. Find that first. Have you not heard, maybe in your community, where some people say that a particular village came from somewhere to join people? That a particular family came from somewhere to join people? Have you not heard in your own family, maybe, where your people say that a particular person or a particular set of people came from somewhere to join you people? They bear your family names, they eat the food that you people eat, they practice your cultural practices, they do things alike, but they are not part of you originally. They are not. A woman that is lecherous, promiscuous, and flirtatious stays in her father's house and begins to have children. In time, the woman dies and the children continue, with the name of that woman. With time to come in the future, that woman's children, grow up to have big families. They are not original members of your people. The children of that woman are not members of your people traditionally, culturally. In the past, it was done this way. A person can decide to meet his friend and say, I like your people. I want to be part of your people. I want to be part of your community. The friend accepts him, he comes, stays with him. With time to come, the friend dies, he also dies. If that person marries, even if after his death, his family will continue, and with time, that family might become a big family or a section of the family. But they are not your people. In the past, someone can commit one heinous crime or the other, and the community will decide to exile him out of, away from the village and all that. He goes to another place to settle among other people. When he reaches there, if he's not married, he finds a wife and marry. With time to come in the future, his family, might become big. But him and his family members are not original members of that place. It is done that way. They speak your language, they relate with you, but they are not your people. When it comes to time, to accord them one respect or the other, one honor or the other, or to allot them a share in the community or in the family, now you remind them that they are not your people. It is not enough to say, what language do you speak? What names do you bear? Language and the issue of numerology are not the final criteria to determine ethnicity anywhere in the world. They are not. As I have given instance, the people of Israel do not speak the Iraqi languages at all. They don't. So that is what really happens. So Ikwerre people are saying that even if you call them Igbo people, by identification, originally they have their roots, and they have traced their root to Benin. Not only them, as I have said, the people of Abo, the people of Ugwashuku, Anyoma, Anyocha, Onitsha, Ekpeye, Ogba, even Obidiagwa people, the Ohaji people, say that they are not Igbo people originally. They are the groups that came from different directions to form what you call today Igbo nation. You see the background that Ikwerre people are coming from. It is not a matter of hatred. This is a task to you. Find out your status in a particular family. Find out whether you are from the slave element or you are bought with money into that family. Find out. Find out, even if you are from the outcast family, find out where your own people came from before they used you, as ritual to the gods. Find that you must have a history. It is not enough to say, I am an Igbo person, I am from Yoruba, I am an Hausa person, I am an English person. You must have a source. Even in England, the Romans have their descendants there. When the Romans conquered England, lived with them, they impregnated so many English women today. Those people are products of the Roman soldiers, Roman people. They speak English language. They are there. But they are not originally from that place. And that is why you see some American people will come from America to say, that DNA test said, I am from here, I am from there in Africa. They don't speak our African indigenous languages. They don't practice what we practice. They don't eat even the food we eat, but they claim that they are, African people. It is imperative, it is pertinent for you to know where you came from, your origin and the origin of your people. That is what we are talking about. It's not promoting ethnic hatred. No, I'm not a jingoist at all. So my work as a historian is to shed light on a matter, and that is what I am doing. Ikwerre people are saying it unanimously that they are not Igbo people originally, that they have traced their origin to Benin, and they have also identified the people who are culturally, traditionally their blood brothers and sisters, and they are the people of Agwa, Ohaji, Ekpeye, and Ogba people. They all agree that they have characteristic, dispositions the same. They behave alike. They do things like the same. Not almost, the same. If you examine them culturally, you see the way they behave, they are the same. So that is the position of Ikwerre people, that they have their roots. They have where their ancestors that formed Ikwerre, that founded what we call today Ikwerre land, came from, and not in what we call today Igbo land, because they have not identified any place in Igbo land as a place of their roots or the places of their roots. They have not. They have nothing in common with Agwa people. They have nothing in common with Enugu people. They have nothing in common with Anambra people. They have nothing in common with Ebonyi people. How can you say that they are one people? They are not one people. They are not. Ngwa person does not have anything in common with Onitsha person. Umuahia person does not have anything in common with Owerri person. Nsukka person has nothing in common with Oguta person. But we all claim we are one. Yes, we can say we are one, but discover your root first. Know where you came from, where your people came from to be part of the settlement you're talking about. This is not about only Igbo, both Yoruba, both Hausa, both Ejo, both England, both anywhere. It is important. Ask questions. You might be, fortunate to have certain things available to you that you may not have known before this time. That is what I do. I am a field historian. I am not a classroom historian. I engage people. I am an anthropologist. I study people.